When I talk about crisis, I do it from a systemic perspective. And I think a crisis are circumstances that really challenge us to see if the patterns that we brought to light somehow, or that we installed in our society and in our companies, if these patterns are still working. So, in a way, a crisis is, if you say it in an optimistic way, it's a kind of challenge for a cleansing process or a test. Actually, here comes the real sustainability looking around the corner. We talk a lot about sustainability, but the crisis tests the sustainability of our companies. Not in terms of ecological, but are they flexible enough? Are the patterns good enough to have difficult times? It's not so easy it's not so difficult to start a company and to make something new, but it's much more difficult to see all the challenges. And for example, a crisis challenges us to really focus on the DNA of our organization. What in essence are we? And the more we can focus on the DNA and what are we in essence, in a way that is a form to connect to the roots of the organization or the roots of who you are. And the more you can connect to these roots, the easier it is to build up what's called resilience. That after a crisis, that you can somehow come back into your original strengths. But it also means crisis that you only do that what is necessary in your company. So even if it's for social reasons, good to keep people who are actually superfluous for your company because you don't have work for them anymore. In a way, it's you exclude them if you keep them without having work for them. So you need to know how to make your company smaller if it's necessary in a good way. How to go back to your DNA in a good way. And one of the key parts is to prevent that you're so overwhelmed by the crisis that you get into shock or you go into a survival state. It's completely normal to go into a survival state, but many people, many companies do not recognize when they go into a survival state. They simply act. And so it would be good to realize for each other, we are going now in a survival state. And what can we do in order to act in a more complete way, where both our emotions and our rational thinking, where they can continue to combine and to work together.